Hello guys, Crispy and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti in Watch Dogs 2. And yes guys, we're taking a little bit of a break from Crysis Remastered. I'm gonna upload another video in Crysis Remastered today, so keep tuned in for that, of course. But yeah, I just thought I'd do Watch Dogs 2 because I didn't really do it in the 1050 Ti yet. Anyways, this one is the Strix version of the card. We're running, of course, the latest drivers from Nvidia, and I'm running it with a Ryzen 7 3700X and 16 gigs of RAM. Now, you will need like 12 or 16 gigs of RAM to play this game comfortably without stuttering issues, and you'll also need something like a 12-threaded CPU like a Ryzen 5 1600. I used to play this game with a Ryzen 7 1700 and it was buttery smooth and always above 60 FPS at like medium settings, I think, with a 1060. So if you have one of those first gen 6-core Ryzen CPUs, you're absolutely fine in this game with a 1050 Ti. Going through the settings, I'm going to be playing here at 1920 by 1080 resolution, 1080p with the low, medium, high, very high and ultra settings. So 5 settings presets. Let's start off with the low settings. And okay, so as you can see, my friends, it's running really well. And to achieve these FPS, you can see by the CPU usage there, it's almost touching 50% and it will go above 50% at times. You will need that Ryzen 5 1600, maybe overclocked as well, because anyways, let's just keep on moving here. I'm gonna explode a few things to make it a little bit more demanding on the GPU, and yeah, it's really demanding, this game, but it's running perfectly fine on the 1050 Ti on the low settings, and I believe even on high settings this GPU should be able to handle this game. And being a single player title, of course you don't really need 60 plus FPS all of the time, but it's good to know that this GPU can do it if you are willing to play on the low settings. Let's just cause chaos right now. Alright, there we go. Yes, beautiful. Oh my god, no, wait a second. So you know what, guys, 1080p low settings still looks good here in Watch Dogs 2. I'm looking forward to Watch Dogs Legion as well, my friends. I will be testing that game here in the channel, of course. Many of you have requested it already, although the game isn't out yet. But yes, I will be picking up Watch Dogs Legion, hopefully with a 3080, because they have like a promotion going on. We are arriving at the destination here of our benchmark run. It's, yeah, very nice experience here with the 1050 Ti. I certainly expected less coming from it. You can see that the RAM utilization at the low settings is sitting at 9.5 gigabytes. So as I said, you will need 12 or 16 if you want to play this game smoothly. Alright, right now we're playing at 1920 by 1080 with the medium settings preset. I restarted the game to apply the settings, and I'm just gonna turn off motion blur right there because I don't like the effect. As you can see, it's still getting close to 60 FPS whenever you are not in a car driving around really fast through the city, so this is pretty damn good performance still. We're still getting 9.5, 9.6 gigabytes of VRAM, or RAM utilization actually, not VRAM. Alright, let's go. So, not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna start exploding things. The FPS are dropping from 60, as you can see. Still, this is an extremely playable experience, my friends. CPU utilization is kind of the same still, so not a problem there. I believe if you have like a Ryzen 3 3300X, you should be able to play this game like this, but the CPU will be pegged at 99% usage at times. I've seen that a lot with older i7s and stuff. They get 99% usage, but it's still a smooth experience overall. You're just gonna get slightly lower FPS because it could use a little bit more CPU power. Alright, there we go, there we go. Okay, everything is fine right now. FPS are pretty good. I'm just gonna hack people, yeah, rob them. Yeah, okay, medium settings, guys. Medium settings looks okay. I think they could work on the HDR a little bit. Look at that, like, that is way too bright, at least to my taste, you know. It's a game, so they would be able to do that a little bit better, I think, if they wanted. But, you know, aside from that, it looks good, it looks detailed. The water looks way better than low settings, by the way, so I could definitely, and I will definitely recommend you guys to play on medium settings. Yeah, it's a good experience. Alright, everybody, here we go. Right now we're at the high settings preset. This is it. I'm gonna disable motion blur, of course, and 1080p resolution, obviously. Let's go. I'm just, yeah, everybody's watching me right now. What do you want? I'm gonna hack you. Yeah, thank you very much for your $67. Let's do this. So high settings seems to still be very playable. I was expecting around 30 FPS here, but no, we're actually getting like around 40 FPS, which is way better, way smoother, better than consoles, my friends. That's all that matters, right? Sometimes. Alright, anyways, let's go. I'm just kidding, obviously. So the experience is still a very good one here. High settings with the 1050 Ti, no problems whatsoever. Of course, you're not gonna get 60 FPS here, but as I told you in this video, you don't really need it. You don't need 60 FPS to enjoy a single player title. I played so many single player titles back in the days with like 30, 35, even 25 FPS, and I was very fine with that. So this experience is extremely pleasant. It doesn't stutter whatsoever, and I think to achieve these FPS, Ryzen 5 1400 instead of the 1600 is absolutely fine, because, well, you're getting lower FPS right now, so there's a little bit less work for the CPU to do, because the GPU can't really handle more than this. So yeah, this is not bad, and if you have a 1400 or maybe a 4th gen i5, it's gonna run pretty well here. Okay, high settings, yeah, definitely recommended still. I can tell the difference, especially in the textures. They look way better right now than on medium. Water should look considerably better as well, as you can see. I always loved the water in this game, by the way. It looks really cool. Alright guys, here we are back at the beach, and let's just go ahead and show you the settings, of course. Here we go, 1080p resolution with the very high settings and without the motion blur. I just disabled that, that's why it said custom there. Okay, so let's go, and yeah, it's still kind of playable as long as it doesn't drop from 30 FPS, obviously. Shut the heck up, shut up. Now I don't want to do main missions, just get the heck out of my screen. Alright, there we go, guys. So RAM utilization is actually up to 10 gigabytes right now. I'm so sorry, buddy, I'm just playing with low FPS, so that sometimes happens. Oh my god, okay, everything is fine. Oh boy, it's getting very close to 30 FPS, but it hasn't dropped from 30 yet, so I like that. I am liking the experience. It's not too bad. If I had a controller, it would be much better, because it would be a console-like experience, you know. But yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I wasn't expecting this coming from a 1050 Ti, guys, because people usually say that this game is really demanding, but I think it's really demanding only on the CPU side. I've already tested the RX 570 and the 960. They performed pretty well, I think. I don't really remember how the 960 performed, but I believe it was something like this, but a little bit worse because we only got 2 gigabytes of VRAM in that GPU. But in terms of raw performance, it's very similar to the 1050 Ti, and this one is just doing a fantastic job right now, guys. As you can see, it's amazing. Very high settings. If you are after that 30 FPS experience, this is it. This is still very playable. Alright, we're approaching the end of it. VRAM utilization is still not maxed out, which is good. You only need a 4 gig card, it seems like, to play this game at the very high settings. Water looks really nice. Look at that, guys. I love the effects here on the water. It's amazing. We're now playing at the ultra settings. I'll need to disable the motion blur and show you the settings as well, obviously. So ultra settings preset, here we go. Motion blur, turn that off, and the display here, 1920 by 1080 resolution. Yeah, it's getting quite a little bit in that unplayable zone, I will say. Yep, bye. I'm just stealing your car, that's what I'm doing. 29 FPS right there, not really that good. Yeah, at this point, just play on very high settings, no need to play on ultra. It's still kind of playable, but the VRAM is maxed out, the RAM is really high, at least the RAM utilization, you know. And we're getting lower than 30 FPS, quite a bit lower than 30, because it dropped into like the mid-20s right there. It's not good, guys, okay? It becomes a little bit difficult for you to run around with these frames. Please shut up! Everybody's talking right now. Come on, can't I just have a peaceful robbery here of a car? Oh my god. Yeah, most of the time it's below 30 FPS. Not very good, guys. It's some people might call this playable. Actually, I've seen a lot of people that are fine with 25 FPS, especially in a single player game, but for me it's just won't do it. Okay, it's not really a very good experience here. And that's been it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will hopefully see you in the next one with another Crysis remastered video. Let me know if you want more Watch Dogs 2 videos as well, and I'll catch you in the next one, hopefully. As always, love you all. Bye-bye. What is amazing in this game? Oh yes, look at that. It looks really good on Ultra.